Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the campus of Bishop Fenwick High School for the annual Danish Cup between the Crusaders of Bishop Fenwick and the Tanners of Peabody High. I am Matt Smith, and tonight I am joined by Hall of Fame legend Brian Molk and soon-to-be Hall of Fame legend Julian Molk. Coach, thanks for joining me tonight.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be back. I was here last year with Coach O'Donnell doing the Danish Cup last year at Peabody High.
Yeah, I got
good to be at Fenwick this year.
I got big shoes to fill tonight. So an interesting matchup tonight. Peabody comes into the contest 4-5. Bishop Fenwick comes in with a record of 5-5. Both teams have been a little up and down.
Tonight, starting lineup for your home team, the Bishop Fenwick.
We doing the national anthem here? I don't know what's going on. Yep. So we're going to pause for a minute for the national anthem, which will be sung by Bishop Fenwick student Renee Danielle Levitt in a moment, as we're doing introductions live. Again, Fenwick is a record of 5-5. Tanners come in with a record of 4-5. Tanners coach, they have either lost or won a combination of 4 games by 1 goal each. So struggling offensively this year. Pretty solid performances defensively, but I'm interested to see which Tanner team shows up tonight. Tanners are led offensively by Nick Salvati, who has 14 goals, Matty Betancourt with 13, and Cam Collins with 10. But Cam Collins is definitely the motor that drives this engine offensively, and sort of how Cam goes is how the Tanners go.
Yeah, he brought a lot of speed to the midfield. The last game I did with you, Matty, the Hamilton Wenham game was the season opener, I think. Yep. He was very, very speedy in between the lines, so it'd be great if the Tanners could get a boost out of him tonight.
Yep, Cam's been playing very, very well. And conversely, Bishop Fenwick boys have been led by Manny Alvarez-Segui, who has 33 goals on the season, 18 assists for a total of 51 points, followed by Tyler Mullen, who has 16 goals, 21 assists, and 37 points overall. So again, we are going to pause briefly for the national anthem, which again will be sung by Bishop Fenwick student Renee Danielle Levitt.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Very nice rendition there.
Excellent job. Again, that was
Friday Night Lights.
Bishop Fenwick student Renee Danielle Levitt with the singing the national anthem. So both teams will come to midfield and do the traditional lacrosse introduction, shake hands. And once that's done, we'll have starting lineups for you. One thing I can tell you for sure is that Derek Patarelli will be in net for the Tanners, who has single-handedly kept the Tanners in most of these games, especially the 6-5 overtime win Monday night against Beverly in the pouring rain.
Yeah, the impressive thing about Derek, and as all of you will be able to see tonight, is he's far from a one-dimensional goalie. Right? He makes plays outside of the cage on the clear. He orchestrates the clear and the defense, is very vocal out there as the leader of the team. I've known Derek for a long time, since I've been firing shots at him, warming him up at the youth level, and he just continues to grow each year. So very excited to see him here tonight.
So for Peabody, as usual, at attack will be Nick Salvati, Tyler Kalu, and Matty Betancourt. And defensively will be Johnny Lucas, Trot Smith, and newcomer to the lacrosse program, Vinny O'Hara. And at midfield will be previously talked about Cam Collins. Anthony Curciao is your face-off man. And it appears that Scotty Turner is in the starting lineup. There are rumors that he may be nursing an injury, so we'll see if he actually stays out there. And taking the face-off for the Crusaders will be number 22, Troy Irizarry. Fenwick is coached by Dave McKenzie, assisted by Mike Sakamani and Kevin Wood. And the Tanners are coached by Leo Scheidler and assisted by Greg Scheidler Sr., Kevin Mulvey, Paul Gotti, and Brandon Booten. So we're off here, and Fenwick has won the opening face-off. Like to have started that off with a face-off win for the Tanners, but
Fenwick taking possession here on their home turf. Number 0, who I'm not seeing on the, I got the wrong one. Brady McClung, senior midfielder from Fenwick, to get the offense started.
So the strength of this Tanner team is most definitely their defense. You would oftentimes probably coach when you were playing in high school. If you held an opposing team to 5 or 6 goals, there's a good possibility that you won that game, and that hasn't always been the case for the Tanners.
Without question, that was the case. And yeah, it's tough to play from behind at the high school level when you get kids that can score on the other team.
So Tyler Kalu will work the ball around to Captain Cam Collins, who has been a catalyst both offensively and defensively, and unfortunately has been the focus of many teams' defensive efforts. Tanners have also been plagued by turnovers, and that's no different on Monday night. I think both teams combined for probably 30 turnovers. Granted, it was raining out, but
I'm interested to see who's going to step up here offensively for Peabody, Matt. Last year when we did this game, if you can remember, as a goal is scored to start the game by number 8, Matty Betancourt.
So great pass by Danny Barrett, who was a staple in the youth program and has taken lacrosse off until this year and gets the assist and has been playing well. And Matty Betancourt is a player that has to get going for the Tanners. He is too talented, too gifted to not take shots.
Just finishing my thought from a minute ago. The third quarter last Danish Cup was completely taken over by Jack Holden, from what I remember.
It was. You're right.
So be nice if we could, Peabody could piece that together by way of a few different players this year.
And for those of you who don't know, Danish Cup is named after former Peabody High coach Bob Danish and Bishop Fenwick teacher, who is watching / listening tonight from Florida. And the cup is named after him. And at the conclusion of tonight's game, the Danish Cup will be presented by former Peabody High coach Kevin Holden, and MVP awards will be given out to one player from Bishop Fenwick and one player from Peabody. So Matty Betancourt again around the cage with a pretty good effort and a shot. And I'm sure that's what Coach Scheidler is looking for Matty Betancourt. He has got to step up tonight.
Number 1, Matt Lindstrom here in the midfield for Peabody. And there's a turnover as he goes to move it around. It's going to be Fenwick ball.
So player to watch for Bishop Fenwick, number 28, Manny Alvarez-Segui, who I believe had an older brother who played for Fenwick as well, and who was playing at I think, Dean College, along with former Peabody High player Nick Ritchie.
Yeah, the last name rings a bell from last year.
Yep.
I'm assuming that was Manny.
Yep.
Yeah, slick left-handed attackman for Bishop Fenwick.
So Fenwick will get their substitutions in and get their offense set. And again, defensively, Tanners have 25 Trot Smith, 13 Scotty Turner. Probably surprise of the year, Vincent O'Hara, who's never picked up a lacrosse stick before and has played exceptional lacrosse.
Yeah, and you could see the confidence just by the way they're pressing out on their men when they're not even dangerous to the cage. Johnny Lucas, number 12, younger brother of Drew Lucas. Great from last year's Peabody team.
So Tyler Mullen, the second leading scorer for the Crusaders, works the ball around the top of the crease. Up. And we have a shot wide, which Crusaders will retain possession. Give a little shout out to Scott Conley, newly appointed athletic director at Bishop Fenwick High School, will take over in July.
Ooh, congratulations,
Congratulations,
Scott Conley.
Scott, whose son
Was
Luke
in last year's
is
Danish
on the
Cup
team.
game.
Yep. Whose son Luke is on the team. Good defensive play there. By, did you see that number?
I did not. I missed it. Sorry.
The Danish Cup uniforms, the numbers are tough at night. So Fenwick with a long possession here.
Yeah, Fenwick's in an open set, leaving the crease open. The problem is there's not much off-ball movement, so PB's just kind of sitting back waiting for him. And, Fenwick's not going to be able to start anything until they beat somebody one-on-one.
So turnover by the Crusaders, which will leave Peabody with possession of the ball, and Johnny Lucas, who will hit headman Cam Collins, captain.
Here's the speed we were talking about
Yep.
just before the game, Matt.
He is a one-man clear. To Nick Salvati, who will go to Matty Betancourt at X. Matty Betancourt will go to work again. It's nice to see Matty active here.
Ooh, great feed inside.
Great feed.
To number 15, Tyler Kalu, on a nice cut to the net. Good handle in tight space, a good finish by 15, Tyler Kalu, and even better feed. Who was that on the feed, Betancourt?
That was Matty Betancourt. Yep. So Matty Betancourt with a goal and an assist. Danny Barrett with an assist. And Tyler Kalu with a goal. So about midway through the first period, Tanners lead 2-0 with goals by Tyler Kalu and Matty Betancourt. Anthony Curcio with the face-off, who has gotten better, improved every single game. Fenwick will work the ball to X. He is harassed there by Johnny Lucas, and a goal.
Fenwick goal by number 29, Aiden Byrne. It's tough to see the Fenwick numbers on these jerseys.
I think you're right, Coach. I think that was 29, Aiden Byrne.
Who's a freshman midfielder.
So Fenwick gets on the board with 6:15 left in the first quarter. Down 1. And Anthony Curcio with the nice win off the face-off. Gets the touch. And I assume we'll give this up and come off the field.
I would think Peabody would want to get Nick Salvati a touch here on this possession.
Yeah. So I will also say I like the fact that the Tanners are working X a little bit. That's been a relatively new thing.
Wasn't Kalu in the midfield
Yes.
last time we did this?
Yep.
So it looks like they moved him down to attack with Betancourt and Salvati.
They've shaken up a couple things here. We also have number 7, Eric Corradano, who hasn't seen much playing time as of yet. this year, but has been on the field for 2 offensive possessions so far. So Fenwick will get the ball on the turnover. Brought up by Michael Anthony, number 91, who spins and dodges and shoots. And I guess you call that a save, Coach? It was wide, but
yeah, it'll go down as a save or a piece of popcorn to Derek Patarelli, who scooped it up pretty easily.
So we'll give Derek his first save of the game. Loose ball. Looks like Danny Barrett there in the scrum. Finally corralled by Cam Collins. Takes a little shove and works it up the field with a great pass. And a great save.
The feed was to Danny Barrett.
Barrett gets
couldn't make
stuffed.
the finish. What a great pass that was by Collins.
So a great save by William Gibbs, goalie for Fenwick, who I've actually seen play a couple of times, and he's tough between the pipes. He's played well in the 2 games that I've seen him.
He certainly didn't panic on that shot. He swallowed it right up.
So the Crusaders will set up their offense and start out at top with Brady McClung. A couple of offensive substitutions here, and then they'll get going. So second leading scorer there, Tyler Mullen, made a move but thought better of it.
Ooh, a little give and go. I think Peabody's going to kick themselves when they watch that one on tape.
You catch a number on that one, Coach?
I didn't. It was just a give and go between the midfielder and the attackman for Fenwick. Nice play.
Looked like maybe that was Manny Alvarez-Segui, if I can. Who's that middle player running off? Is that 28?
I think.
Oh, looks to be a single digit. Looks like maybe it's number 4, Thomas Swanton. So, face-off, whistle blow. We got a hold. It'll be Fenwick ball.
And that was Joey Marshall on the goal mat, number 24, sophomore midfielder for Fenwick.
Joey Marshall. So, Fenwick has tied it up 2-2 here with about 3:40 left in the first quarter. And as I give the Peabody defense some praise, they've gone ahead and scored 2 unanswered goals. Nice defensive play there by combination of Scott Turner and Trot Smith. Loose ball is picked up. I think we may have a step out of bounds. Yep. So a nice ground ball there by Jose Lindor, who steps out of bounds. So the Crusaders will again start their offense.
Ball's behind the cage with number 24 again, who just scores another goal. That's 2 in a row for the sophomore midfielder Joey Marshall. Just beating his man one-on-one, and PB's just slow to slide. So Matt, when an offense is in an open set, as Fenwick is, all open set means is that there's no player on the crease. It can be a challenge for the defense because primarily defenses slide from the crease. So when you remove the crease, it changes things up for the defense, and you need to slide from the adjacent man. The problem is it just doesn't get practiced all that much, and Fenwick seems to be taking advantage of it tonight.
So another whistle on the face-off. This will work in the Tanner's favor, however. Looked like it may have been a hold. And Matty Betancourt will initiate the offense here from behind the cage. Couple of swing moves. Gives it up to Danny Barrett. Will make a move left, go back to his right hand, and swing it to Nick Salvati, who will shoot and go wide. But Tyler Kalu is there to be the closest man to the end line. Another shot goes wide by Nick Salvati. And Tyler Kalu is again there.
I don't mind the shots from Salvati, though. They gotta get him going at some point.
Can't win if you don't score, right, Coach?
You can't score if you don't shoot.
So Cam Collins with a shot. So in about a span of 45 seconds, the Tanners have fired off 3 shots, all wide. So we gotta challenge Fenwick goalie Gibbs here a little bit. So we got a mishandled pass at about the 45. And it's like a push in the back, so the Tanners will get the ball back. Love to see the Tanners a little bit more careful with the ball here. So Maddie Betancourt again will go to work for Max. Give and go to Nick Salvati, who scores. So great pass by Maddie Betancourt.
Yeah, nice little backdoor cut by Salvati, too. Kind of drifted in front of the cage, got the pass. Perfect pass by Betancourt. Shot and a goal.
So I will say this, Coach, as someone who has seen every game so far this year, yep, good give and go. Every Tanner game this year, this is the most movement I've seen on offense in a while. It's nice to see. So Anthony Curcio will take the face off, and Scotty Turner will be the first one there. That face off was taken against Luke Conley, who might be my favorite Bishop Fenwick player. And again, Salvati will attempt to get the ball to Axel, will take it down himself and push Maddie Betancourt in, and there's the backdoor play again. This time it's mishandled by Kalu. Broken up by Max Vieira, defenseman for Fenwick.
Fenwick's moving the ball nicely here, too.
So pretty clean first quarter. 45 seconds left, and really...
The level of lacrosse has come a long way since game 1 of the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Matt and I announced the first Peabody game against Hamilton Wenham, and it was pretty clear that it was the first game.
Yeah, a little trouble. Great stick check right there by, I think that was O'Hara. Yep.
Smith on the ground ball here, going through traffic. Ball still loose. Picked up by number 10, O'Hara.
Who slips out the back of his stick. And a whistle, not sure, Coach, your guess is as good as mine. I don't think it was offsides, but offsides would have been a flag, correct?
It was probably a loose ball push, I'm going to guess. We'll go ahead and call it that.
Okay, sounds good to me. So 7 seconds left here in the first quarter. And the Tanners will have the ball for the final possession. And Cam Collins will rip from about the 35 wide, and that will see the end of the first quarter. So, after 1 in the annual Danish Cup, the Tanners 3 and the Bishop Fenwick Crusaders 3. So, impressions so far, Coach?
Wasn't a bad first quarter. The goals were scored by very simple, basic offense. Couple give and goes, backdoor cut, just very simple, basic lacrosse 101 type of stuff, and it's always good to watch that.
Yeah, and I think sometimes when you struggle
on both sides,
when you struggle offensively, it's always best to go back to basics and just do the simple stuff.
Yes. Yeah, both teams seem pretty loose out here.
So in that first quarter, we have 2 goals by Joey Marshall, number 24, and a goal by number 29, Aiden Brine. And for the Tanners, we have a goal for Nick Salvati, Tyler Kalu, and Maddie Betancourt, each with a single goal apiece. So the Tanners spread it around a little bit, which is nice too, because teams have been keying on poor Cam Collins. And even from up here, a couple games I've done in the booth and from the stands, there are games that poor Cam, he is gassed because he's playing defense and he's playing offense.
I feel like he doesn't mind, though.
No, but he's definitely working hard, and you can see it in his face sometimes when he comes off the field.
Yeah, I wish I got the chance to coach Cam in youth lacrosse, but it was that year that I don't know. It was that year that I didn't get a chance to coach, so.
Probably because you were having a kid or two or three. Or
something like that.
So a nice little crowd here. Off to our left, the Tanner Nation is standing and the student body is there. And
yeah, it was more blue out here than there is gold.
Yep, sprinkling of Fenwick fans, but nice little crowd tonight.
Kevin Holden is here in the crowd tonight. We'll see him after the game to present the Danish Cup, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. So Tanner start the second quarter off, win the face-off. Donnie Kavanaugh scoops up the loose ball, which is squirted out by Anthony Curcio. And another nice thing to see is that Tanner's a little more efficient on the face-off. Not a good turnover there. Matty Betancourt has it taken away from him by, who's that?
Number 23, Max Vieira.
Who then loses the ball, but is immediately scooped up by Anthony Sasso for Fenwick.
Actually, check that. That was number 13, Captain Nick Wesley. Excuse me.
So, I'm sure Max will forgive you. So, Fenwick will initiate the offense from the top at about the 20.
To your point, Cam Collins playing some strong short stick defense out of the midfield.
Yep, and he's... Oh, great save. So, great offensive move, but fantastic save by Derek Patarelli for his second save of the game. Little give and go between Patarelli and defenseman Trot Smith, who will then bring it out to Johnny Lucas.
You know, I got to say, that was a great clear by Peabody. Everybody out there got to their spot and knew what they were doing, so I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know, I've never been to a Peabody high practice this year, but I got to go ahead and credit Coach Kevin Mulvey for this because I feel like he probably leads the defense. Is that right, Matt?
That is correct. So, yep, they do have their positions. You always see 25, Trot Smith go to one side and Vinny O'Hara go to the other, and Johnny Lucas is normally that sort of outlet.
Yeah, the long poles are going to get in an L with the two close to the net will banana out to the goal line extended. One goes up the field and join in on the clear with the middies.
So kind of a careless pass there by Fenwick, which results in a turnover, and Peabody immediately gives it back. Johnny Lucas, who...
Ground ball by Smith.
Great hustle.
Pass.
Back check by Johnny Lucas, picked up by Trot Smith and given out to Cam Collins. So, Tanners are turning the ball over, but I got to give them credit. They're hustling back, and they're making up for those mistakes. Johnny Lucas, case in point right there. A couple of young Tanner fans there in the crowd, number 3 and number 4. A couple of good-looking kids right there. Hopefully that's the future of Peabody Lacrosse. So the Tanners are working it back down to X again. Looks like that's Tyler Kalu. Looking for a cutter. He's working against number 10, Ryan McGain, I think that is. My eyes. I need binoculars, Coach. This is unbelievable.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
So Cam Collins will reset at about the 40, and he's working one-on-one against Kevin Wood, captain defenseman for Fenwick. And we have our first flag of the game. And cannot get a shot off. So it'll be a Crusader penalty. No idea what that's going to be, though. Probably a slash, would be my guess.
Yeah, a slash or a hold.
Yep. So Kevin Wood will come off the field and take a knee.
It's tough when the ball goes down this end because we don't have the 50-yard line view like we do at Coley Lee.
Yep. Nope, I take that back. Penalty was not on Kevin. Oh, yes, it was. He is kneeling. So Tanners have their first man-up situation here, and Trot Smith will trade in his long pole for a shorty, who is on the man-up, and he will fire a shot.
Get out there and sling it right away.
High and holy cow. Just a bit outside.
That was awesome.
As they said in the movie once I saw. But I will say this. They have to shoot. This has been the criticism all year, is this team does not shoot nearly enough. So Cam Collins was sort of the underhand sling, goes just a bit wide, but Peabody will retain possession. Salvati will go to Smith, who will swing to Danny Barrett, who will fire away and shoot and score from the 30-yard line. Another offensive player who does not shoot nearly enough, Danny Barrett, which I'm 99% sure might be his first goal of the season.
Good for him.
If not the first, maybe the second, but nothing more than that. So Danny Barrett getting on the scoreboard with 8:03 left in the first half, and the Tanners take a 1-goal lead, 4-3.
Is the replay here?
That's a wide shot by Cam.
Can you see the screen?
Yep. So Anthony Curcio with another face-off win for Peabody. I think I mentioned this before. He has improved every single game this year. So the Tanners will set up their offense. Fenwick back to full strength. Penalty is released once you score. Danny Barrett will move again and shoot. And another great scoring opportunity there, and a great save by Fenwick goalie William Gibbs. This unofficial second save of the game. So I was here the other night, Coach. I saw Fenwick play, and there was a shot, and the Fenwick goalie went to try and I forget who they were playing, try and beat the offensive player to the ball,
Okay.
and he dove headfirst out of bounds and took the opposing player out with him, and it was just a fantastic hustle play to see by the goalie.
And Fenwick got the ball back?
And Fenwick got the ball. And if you see him up close, 99, the goalie.
He's a big kid.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Great save by Pettarelli.
And Pettarelli. So Fenwick immediately comes down the field. And Derek Pettarelli with his third save of the game. Great shot by Fenwick.
Peabody's a little trigger happy on that possession, Matt. No numbers advantage.
Yep.
Poor angle on the shot.
We got to have a happy medium here, right, Coach?
Yep.
So Fenwick immediately races down the field on sort of a semi-fast break. And looks to be a little miscommunication by the Tanners on defense.
It was actually a substitution error that resulted in that goal.
Okay.
The Peabody defender was trying to run off with the Fenwick offensive player and was just a step behind him. The Fenwick player came on step early and got the pass and scored. And next time, Peabody should try and just keep that guy on defense so they don't give Fenwick an advantage. In other words, Peabody basically handed Fenwick that goal, if that makes sense.
It does. You make perfect sense. Do we have we got a number on that?
I didn't catch it.
Give that Fenwick player a credit.
We'll ask,
So we're going to ask our colleagues here to the left. So Peabody wins the faceoff and immediately turns the ball over. Throws a long pass to midfield. Jake Weston with that goal to tie it up 4-4. Jake Weston, Peabody kid.
Yeah, I coached his brother.
Yep.
I think it's the same Weston family.
So the Crusaders will slow things up, get some substitutions in. Ooh, that looked like interference to me.
Ooh.
But who am I? So Tanner's a little out of sorts here on defense. They gotta get things squared away here before something bad happens.
This number 28 for Fenwick, I know we've said his name a bunch.
Manny Alvarez, Segui, yep.
Yeah, he's got some slick change of direction, some slick handle. I don't know why Fenwick doesn't give him the ball more.
Yep, well, there's a reason why he has 33 goals on the season. So Fenwick will turn the ball over, and Scott Turner will initiate the possession, and Headman goes a little bit wide to Johnny Lucas. And the ball is corralled by number 91, Michael Anthony for Fenwick. Oh, a great play by Patarelli to intercept that pass, who will take it upfield himself. This always makes me nervous. And will fire the ball out of bounds to Matty Betancourt.
You know who wasn't nervous was Derek Patarelli.
No, he was not. He was not, but I certainly was.
Good defense again by Cam Collins, taking on the bigger Fenwick midfielder.
Yep, and he's done that on a number of occasions. So Patarelli with another save. Outlet to Johnny Lucas, who will give it to Scott Turner, who, good timeout by coach to kind of get things together here a little bit. So that'll be Peabody's first time out of the game.
Yeah, Peabody just needs a solid offensive possession here.
Yep.
The past couple, they pushed the cage too early, kind of gave it away. Replay coming up.
That's the interception by Derek on the pass for the cutter. Great play by him. So good use of the timeout here by the Tanners, because they're a little out of sorts both offensively and defensively, but especially defensively. And maybe you're right, Coach, a little trigger happy. So we're going to get a good one here.
Yeah, Peabody has been playing a lot of defense in the second quarter. I think the offense can help them out by possessing the ball for more than a minute or two. I would imagine Coach Scheidler called that timeout to give his defense a rest, frankly, because they haven't had one, because they keep turning it over on offense.
So teams will come out of the timeout. Referees are done checking sticks. And we will have it Peabody ball with 4 minutes to go in the first half, with the score tied at 4 apiece. We have goals by Jake Weston, 2 by Joey Marshall, and a goal by Aiden Bryan for Fenwick, and goals by Matty Betancourt, Danny Barrett, Tyler Kalu, and Nick Salvati for the Tanners. So again, at the conclusion of tonight's game will be the presentation of the Danish Cup to the winner of the game and most valuable player representative for both Peabody and for Bishop Fenwick, presented by former Peabody High coach Kevin Holden.
Last year's winners, correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, was Jake Conley and Jack Holden, right?
100% correct. Jack Holden, who is redshirted but playing lacrosse at Western New England, and Jake Conley, who is playing football at Ithaca.
Running back, right?
I think he's playing defense.
D-back?
He's playing safety, yep. So Matty Betancourt tries to work the ball behind the cage and has it taken by captain defenseman Nick Wesley for Fenwick.
Again, the Tanners were in too much of a hurry there.
So the Crusaders will work the ball up past midfield. Ooh, close to being offsides there.
Ooh.
And
errant pass ends up in Patarelli's stick. 13 is Turner, right?
Yep. So a little trouble here on the clear for the Tanners. They better get going here. Oh boy. So they do get it across and need to get a touch, probably relatively quickly. And I think that's what the coaching staff does, and they do get a touch and avoid the, I don't know, you don't call it a shot clock violation. What do we call it, Coach?
Yeah.
So you get, correct me if I'm wrong, you get 10 seconds to get it over midfield, 20 to get it inside the box.
You got it.
So the box is that black line that goes right along the 30, 20, and 10. And you know you've gotten in the box because the referee will put his hand up to indicate that you have gotten in the box. So Cam, from the top of the key,
strong
rifles.
dodge shot by Collins.
And I believe another save by Fenwick goalie Gibbs. Back-to-back saves by Gibbs to hold this, keep this game tied.
That one's got some size.
Yeah, especially on the
defenders
defensive
are
end.
big.
Yep. So that was Kevin Wood, captain, who kind of tiptoed on the sideline there and saved it from going out of bounds. and he will retreat back to the bench, as will Danny Barrett. We will substitute defense for Peabody and offense for Fenwick. So Fenwick will start the dodge at the top of the key, draws a double. I don't know if that was a shot. Yeah. So that indeed was a pass that goes out of bounds, which will be Fenwick ball. Kind of a strange pass there, but. So Johnny Lucas will give the ball to Patarelli in the net, and will look to clear it to Cam Collins, who will make one move and go by, which is usually the theme. And Peabody will use its second timeout of the half to talk about things here. So with 1:08 left in the first half, scores tied 4-4. Good use of the timeout there, Coach?
I'm not sure. Maybe he's trying to make some substitutions. I keep getting confused by the lineups. I don't think Salvati's out there anymore at attack.
So we'll take a little head count when they come out of the timeout here and see what's what.
We've got a minute left in the half, so you'd have to imagine Coach Radler's drawing something on that grease board as we speak.
But
it's a 4-4 game, so at the very least, they got to get a good look, get a good shot off.
So things have definitely changed here from first quarter to second quarter. First quarter, Peabody dominated the offensive play and scored 3 goals early, and now it appears Fenwick is dominating a little bit of time of possession here. Peabody's defense has been on task for a while here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I'd like to see one of the attackmen step up for Peabody and impact the tempo a bit more. In other words, there comes a point where you know you've been on defense for so long and the ball finally gets on offense. You need that guy to step up and say, okay, guys, slow it down, right? Let's get a good look. And we've seen the opposite of that in the second quarter from PB. A lot of rush shots, a lot of one-and-dones, which is, when you get one shot, then it goes back to Fenwick as opposed to backing up a shot and then getting another opportunity.
So Danny Barrett will start the offense. It appears we got at midfield Danny Barrett, Cam Collins, Matty Betancourt. There's Nick Salvati with the ball, who turns the ball over. Brady McCormick. Is that number 25? I can't see.
That was number 10.
That was number 10. So a nice interception by Ryan McGann. And Fenwick will use their first time out of the half to talk things over with 45 seconds left in the second quarter. So went to a very smooth, well-played first quarter to a very choppy stop-and-go second quarter here. Granted, we've had 3 timeouts called in the second quarter, but just a lot of turnovers, a lot of balls going out of bounds, a lot of stop-and-go here.
I'm with you, Matt. I like the Peabody defense. They're well coached. They get to their spots. That they get in and out of their slide packages. It's the offense that I think could use a little help at practice in terms of shooting.
Sort of been their
selection.
Been their Achilles all year. So nice shot of the Peabody crowd there, and maybe a couple of prep kids sprinkled in. Jack Perry in the crowd there with the Peabody fans. Quarterback for St. John's Prep.
For anybody who's keeping score, Julian Moak has eaten two packs of M&Ms and 1 bag of Sun Chips.
Yeah, I'm sure his mom will be fine with that.
Yep.
So we come out of the timeout called by Bishop Fenwick, who will be on offense. And they will start on the far side. And a great play by Scotty Turner to poke check that ball, will give it up to Matty Betancourt. And that's the kind of thing that, I don't know, Coach. I'm not a lacrosse coach, but I think Matty Betancourt needs to be 100 times more aggressive. He gave that ball up, and he should have gone right to the cage. One-on-one situation. So we got a push in the back. Scotty Turner. It will not be a flag, so we will stay. We will stay even strength here. And Fenwick will take their second timeout of the quarter. I think you get 2.5, right? Yep.
That's right.
And Fenwick will talk things over with 15 seconds left. They tie game 4-4.
Peabody wearing their Tanner City jerseys tonight.
I like those.
Which I must say are kind of nice.
I like those. But just from an old guy perspective, I wish those numbers were just a little bit bigger. So both goalies actually playing excellent here. William Gibbs for Fenwick and Derek Patarelli for the Tanners. Both unofficially have 4 saves, and at least 2 for each player have been impressive saves.
Yeah, great goalie play tonight. Good defensive play. A lot of big defensemen out here.
And, I tell you...
I would love to see a little bit more of the Alvarez Segui with the ball in his stick.
Yep.
Because he can play. You could tell as soon as he gets it, he can play.
Yeah,
we just need to see more of it.
A little curious at this point why he hasn't seen the ball much, but he will start with the ball in his stick here to come out of the timeout right about the 30, and he will be guarded by... We got to have interference. Nope, clock didn't start. So he will be covered by Johnny Lucas.
Yep.
With Trot Smith, Vinny O'Hara, Scotty Turner, and nice play by Trot Smith, who will hit Headman.
Good pass, shoot it. That's the half.
That is the half.
It's 4-4, right?
So at the half,
yep.
Fenwick, Peabody Tanners tied at 4. The annual Danish Cup. We will be back with second half action in a minute.
DC Rental has been in business for almost 30 years, offering state-of-the-art radio communications and security camera systems. DC Rentals is able to cater our system, scale it down to any size event, large or small. Our custom-built trailers are designed for fast deployment with full video and communication capabilities. We offer top-of-the-line Motorola and Hytera dispatch and radio equipment, along with Telex and Zetron consoles. DC Rentals Mobile Command Trailer is also available for special events or emergencies. In addition, we provide individual and group training sessions on all of our equipment, as well as 24-hour customer service. DC Rentals can be reached at 781-289-3000 or on the internet at dcrentals.net. DC Rentals is a proud sponsor of Peabody TV.
Observe a domesticated human family in their natural habitat, known to their species as the backyard.
Hey, you think I should light it now? Yeah?
Oh dear, someone is about to burn a pile of debris that's too tall, which can start a wildfire. Wait, could it be? Blimey, it is.
It's Smokey.
It's Smokey Bear. What a legend.
Hey, it's Smokey. Sorry, it was too high. Right.
Watch as he astutely ensures that there's no wind, and how he removes some of the debris to create a smaller, safer burning pile.
No, you said make it bigger, baby. The bigger the better.
Take note of our fearless furry friend here, humans.
I appreciate it. Fist bump.
Watching you.
Smokey's done it again.
Bye, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We had this like deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day. He's an incredible companion and my best friend.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer. It's a sensory thing. It's a thing with Asperger's.
I've seen adults react to my daughter when she has meltdowns, like she's from a different planet. And this little animal just sat next to my child and was just like, you know, it's going to be cool.
When I retired from the Navy, I found myself on a void in my life that had been filled by the people that I served with. Tommy really brought an important factor to my life. I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch. Till September. I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs. And that's still not enough to put food on the table. I am a 16-year-old boy who just got my first job to help feed my little sisters. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew they were hungry.
Kids!
I don't want to talk about it.
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 Families don't have to talk about everything, but they should talk about how to plan for an emergency.
Kids, you all right?
This family's prepared. Get tips and resources to make your family's emergency plan.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
There it is. Keep going with it. Leo!
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the start of the second half of the annual Danish Cup between the Tanners of Peabody and the Crusaders of Bishop Fenwick. Currently, we have a tie score 4-4, and it's really been the story of two quarters. Peabody dominated time of possession probably the first quarter, and Fenwick dominated time of possession the second quarter. I'm Matt Smith, and I'm joined by Brian Molk. Is that an accurate assessment, Coach, of the first half?
Yeah, it's been a pretty even game so far. Even first half. The first quarter was more well played than the second quarter in terms of possessing the ball and making good decisions. We got a 4-4 game, and should be a good second half.
So, scoring in the first half for Fenwick, Aiden Bine had a goal, Joey Marshall had 2, and Jake Weston had a goal for the Crusaders. And for Peabody, getting on the scoreboard was Maddie Betancourt with 1, Danny Barrett with 1, Tyler Kalu with 1, and Nick Salvati with a goal. Both goalies have been outstanding. Derek Patarelli for Peabody has had 4 saves, and William Gibbs for Fenwick has also had 4 saves, and 2 of those saves for both players were spectacular. So, getting ready here for the start of the second half, what does Peabody need to do to...
Peabody needs to control the tempo and possess the ball better than they did in the first half. We were talking during the halftime, Maddie. They need one of these attackmen to step up and give the defense a break by possessing the ball for a minute or 2.
And for Fenwick, is it safe to say we got to get Manny Alvarez-Segui a few more touches?
That's what I'd like to see. And as this second half starts, I wanted to say hello to Coach Bob Danish. The whole reason why we're here tonight, the father of Peabody Lacrosse, and we'll be handing out the Danish Cup tonight after the game, courtesy of Coach Kevin Holden. So excited to see that happen.
Yep. So Tanner's trying to force the issue here a little bit, and a little errant pass that goes out of bounds, and it'll be Fenwick ball with Nick Wesley, who will give it to Gibbs, the goalie. He will dish it off to Brady McClung, who will try and bring it across midfield. Loses the ball. Tanner swarm, but it is scooped up by Charlie Vu, it looked like.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, the first game I did with you, Matt,
yeah,
when Kalu was in the midfield, I feel like they put him down at attack just to put a senior down there.
Yep.
Because of everything I said a minute ago. I think they just need somebody with some confidence, with some senior leadership confidence down there.
Yep, and he's certainly aggressive going to the cage. He is not afraid to go to the cage. So Tyler Mullen will initiate the offense. And we have a shot and a save by Patarelli.
It's well defended by Collins, was right there on his hip the whole time, forced a poor angle on the shot. Great
Smith
clear by Smith and Lucas.
So
they look like they've done that a few times
before.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, Coach, again, someone who's seen every game, that aspect of their game has improved. The clear has gotten much better. So Maddie Betancourt works. Great save by Gibbs again. And that's what we're looking for out of Maddie Betancourt.
Yeah, I got no problem with that take. He freed his hands, turned the corner and freed his hands. The goalie just had a clear line on it.
This ball is passed out to Ryan McGann, who will bring it over midfield.
I feel like you got to go low and away on this goalie here. Takes up a lot of space in between those pipes.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he's got quick hands.
Yeah, he does.
So Crusaders with a couple of offensive substitutions. Good give and go. Good slide. Good slide, good check. And will that be a pass or a shot? Looks like they're going to call it a shot. Tanner's a little bit slow on the defensive.
Yeah, the Tanners are getting worked in the substitution game all night long.
So they got away with one there, but that could have been ugly.
They got 6 coaches over there. One of them ought to take control of that substitution box.
So Crusaders with the shot wide. Not sure who took that shot. Looks like 0 maybe. Brady McClung with another shot wide. And the Crusaders win the race to the end line. Jake Weston will work it to the top of the key. Jake Weston will get it back and work against Trot Smith. He will fire, and that's a, as they say, can of corn for Derek Patarelli.
Yeah, if you shoot from 15 yards out on Derek, you better place it well, because he's
Derek's
more than capable of taking care of that one.
Derek's 6th save of the game.
Again, another ill-advised shot. They had Betancourt down in that right pipe.
So Matt Lindstrom with the shot, and Gibbs with another save. And we have a flag down, which will be a penalty against Peabody. Possibly a cross-check. I don't know about that, Coach, but... So, Fenwick is smart here. They will get the last shot, because as soon as it hits the ground, we're blowing the whistle here. So the idea is to try and get a shot. Good slide. Good defensive play. Good slide there by Scotty Turner. And looks like Cam Collins will be...
Yeah, questionable call there, I think. What do you call for a cross-check?
Yeah.
They was just trying to make a play on the ball. It looks like Fenwick will go up a man here for a minute and try and go up 1 on the scoreboard.
So Fenwick with a man-up situation. I don't know if that shot went high or that went off somebody.
It went high. No, it was just shot high.
So 22, Troy Irizarry with the
Peabody's
high
going to be
shot.
aware of where Segui is, Alvarez Segui, where he is on the field at all times. They just left him wide open.
So that shot by Tyler Mullen with another save for Patarelli. Derek will bring the ball out himself and get the ball over half midfield. And a great spin move by Matty Betancourt. And hopefully we're smart here and run out the penalty.
Yes, they just need to possess it here.
Yep, had about 30 seconds left on the penalty. And the Tanners get caught in a sleepwalking a little bit there with the turnover.
That was a great goal by Segui. I don't know whether to call him Segui or Alvarez Segui, but that was a great goal. He knows that you can't just take a regular high-to-high shot on a kid like Derek Patarelli, so he faked high, faked low, finished high. Great play by number 28. Manny Alvarez Segui. Is that his first goal of the game?
It is, yep. So with 6:30 left in the third quarter, Fenwick takes a 5-4 lead. And on the face-off, a procedural violation, which will lead to a Tanner possession.
Is that number 25, Trot Smith, that attack?
Yeah, it is. So we got a few substitutions here. Ryan Rice in for the first time on defense, I believe. Trot Smith on offense.
Maybe the coach is seeing what we're seeing up here, Matt.
And we got a almost turnover there by Bishop Fenwick. Pretty good ride by the Tanners.
I love the way Cam Collins plays in between the lines.
Yeah.
So scrappy.
And plays hard. He plays hard every possession. So Crusaders will work the ball. We're all even. Jake Weston with the shot. Derek Cattarelli with another save. His 8th save of the game. Outlet to Scotty Turner. Cam will get it back, get a touch, and we will set up the offense.
Down there to left-handed attackman now. Trot Smith, defenseman turned attackman, middle of the third quarter.
Yeah.
Betancourt with the ball now, coming around the cage.
Maddie Betancourt
frees his right hand for a really nice goal.
So Maddie Betancourt with his 2nd goal of the game
and
to
let's see
even
this in
it
the
out.
replay, Matt. So he takes it from X. Trot Smith clears out across the crease. Betancourt rolls back for his right hand and just will not be stopped.
Tough angle.
Very tough angle.
Good goal. So
that's exactly what you were saying he needed to do at halftime. Good for him.
However aggressive Maddie Betancourt thinks he's playing, he needs to be 10 times more aggressive. So the Tanners will gain possession on the face-off again. Some more substitutions by the Tanners here. Danny Barrett back in the game at midfield. Taking a shift, Nick Salvati is back in at attack. Matt Lindstrom in. Salvati will work the ball back up to the top to Danny Barrett, swings it to Collins. Collins will dodge left, stop, spin, reverse the ball. And another turnover by the Tanners. Not keeping track, Coach, but it's a lot.
I don't think you want to keep track.
No, I don't. Nick Wesley with the nice move defensively there. We'll bring it over midfield. Pretty much untouched. And it looks
turnovers are a part of the game at every level, and especially at high school. I think the thing that's frustrating for the coach is when you have a game that's tight like this at 5-all, every possession counts, and it's the unforced turnovers that are really tough to swallow. When the offense isn't being pressured, right? Nobody's in distress, and we're throwing the ball away. That's what's super frustrating
100%.
For Coach Scheidler and staff.
100%. And it's true in every team sport that there is. Unforced turnovers, errors, it's a killer. So Maddie Betancourt will work the ball to X again. He's working against Nick Wesley, captain defenseman, with a great stick check.
Yard sale.
Yep. Betancourt loses his stick. Good hustle by Pattarelli. Officials are going to call that a shot, and Derek hustled to the end line and won the race. Cam Collins bobbles it for a minute, picks it up, brings it across midfield. Salvati on his right. Danny Barrett in the crease. Maddie Betancourt at X. Check that. Tyler Kalu at X. I feel like Fenwick is also pressing a little bit on defense and pushing the Tanners a little bit further out than they were.
Yeah, normally the defense will pick you up right around the top of the box, Matt, which is the 30-yard line for you folks at home, and Fenwick was just picking up at the 35, close to the 40-yard line, which doesn't sound all that ridiculous given that it's a tie game here with 2 minutes left in the third, right? These kids want to win.
Yeah, and the number of turnovers that we've had as well. So, getting a little physical here. Ball bouncing around, and the Tanners will, for the moment, retain possession. And we have an interference call on Peabody, which will result in Fenwick ball. With 2 minutes left in the third quarter, 5-5 tie. Captain Kevin Wu will bring it across midfield, give it up, and my guess is we'll run out and make some offensive substitutions here. So Fenwick in no rush. Tyler Mullen will give the ball up. Ooh, good check by Cam Collins.
That was a strong take.
So
By 0.
Fenwick
Brady
goal by
McClung.
number 0, Brady McClung, for his
Yeah,
first.
that was a strong move.
Yep.
Strong move for his left hand. Let's take a look at this on the replay, man. Brady McClung starts with the ball. Oh, a little late. Can we back that up?
So Brady McClung with his first goal of the game to pull the Crusaders out in front 6-5 with 1:33 left in the third quarter. Anthony Curcio will take the face-off. And we'll lose out to Troy Irizarry. Tanners stay with it, get it momentarily, and immediately give it right back. Nobody wants the ball here. And a flag will be down.
Flag came in late.
Yeah.
It almost feels like the ref threw the flag because
the player went down.
Was injured. Yeah.
So we'll have a slash, and Peabody will be a man up.
And this is let's check out the replay.
See if that referee was right.
I think this is the
goal.
This is the play before, yeah. So this is the goal by McClung. Very strong move for his left hand. And here we have what will be a huge extra man possession for the Tanners with a minute left in the third quarter.
So Fenwick commits the penalty, which we're guessing is probably a slash based on the response by Anthony Curcio at midfield. So Trot Smith will...
Peabody's going to start in a 3-3 set here with Trot Smith, the strong left-hander. Over to Collins. Barrett. Back to Collins. Smith lets it fly.
Over the top, kid. Over the top.
You know what, though? Those shots are fine because they put pressure on the defense. They put pressure on the goalie. We have an extra man, so there's a guy back there to back it up anyways. There's no harm in taking that shot.
So Peabody working the ball, trying to get an open shot here on a man-up situation.
They gotta get it down to the corners, down to the pipes. That's what opens up the looks.
So Danny Barrett with the shot from the wing. And another save by Fenwick goalie William Gibbs. That's his 7th save of the game.
Yeah, when you just work the ball, Matt, from the top center guy to the wing guy, and they just pass it back and forth, the defense doesn't have to move. They don't even really have to turn their head. So no passing lanes get open as a result. And in turn, you need to settle for a poor shot.
So, interesting timeout there by Fenwick.
Tough extra man by Peabody. They needed that one.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely, Coach. That was a missed opportunity right there. So the Crusaders will take their first time out of the second half. And I believe the man up has expired. So
as we go to the replay here, I believe this is the penalty flag that got called. Tough to see what happened.
I might agree with you there, Coach. I'm not sure there was much there. Well, ball doesn't lie.
Was that a LeBron flop at midfield? No, I'm sure that something caught him in the eye as that Fenwick player went by him.
But it wasn't egregious by any means. But it's neither here nor there because the Tanners cannot take advantage of the man-up situation. With 9 seconds left in the third quarter, Bishop Fenwick continues to lead 6-5. Just while we have a second, let's give a shout out to our crew here tonight. We got Angela DeAngelis, Rafi Enriquez, Sophia Gomes, Aaron O'Brien, Don Murphy, and the great Steve Valente is the crew tonight working the truck and the cameras.
Advertisements I can rattle off for
I'm
us?
saving that for you for 9 seconds from now.
Okay,
You're going to talk
great.
about scaffolding.
Can't wait.
That's your strength.
Oh, yes.
So with 9 seconds left, Crusaders will work the ball. And you asked for it, and you got it, Coach.
What happened?
A great pass and shot by...
I'm going to guess Segui.
Alvarez Segui with his second goal of the game. Fenwick extends their lead to 7-5. So that will take care of the third quarter.
Yeah, let's see that in the replay, Matt, since I think we both missed it. Or I missed it.
Well, I saw this shot. I didn't see the pass. There's the pass.
Yeah, nice little skip pass. Alvarez already had his hands set.
Just a quick release by him.
He's a slick player. Is he committed anywhere?
I'm not sure. Well, he's only a junior.
Is he going to college next year? Oh, he's a junior?
He's only a junior. So at the end of 3, we have goals for Fenwick by Brady McClung, Jake Weston, Joey Marshall, Manny Alvarez Segui with 2, and Aiden Bryan with 1. The Tanners holding at 5 goals with 2 by Matty Betancourt, 1 by Danny Barrett, a goal by Tyler Kalu and Nick Salvati. Derek Patarelli in goal for the Tanners with 8 saves, and William Gibbs in the net for Fenwick with 7.
And before this fourth quarter starts, Matt, I'd be remiss if I didn't call out our sponsors for this evening's game.
You would be remiss.
Starting with DC Rentals, specializing in event communications, including two-way radio rentals, security cameras, event production, trailers, and more. Lynn's Ladder and Scaffolding, home for all your ladder and scaffolding needs. And last but not least, Greyvox Technology Consulting Agency, focusing on the design, development, and implementation of technology-based solutions. If you or your business would like to become a sponsor, please reach out to us here at Peabody Access Television.
Coach, fantastic job. I love the change in the tone and the pitch there to your radio voice.
Mm-hmm.
So bodies flying there on the opening face-off of the fourth quarter with Fenwick leading 7-5. They do end up with possession. And Fenwick goalie William Gibbs will lead it out to midfield, and the Crusaders will initiate their offense. So Johnny Lucas has now drawn the assignment of Alvarez Segui, who was a little bit absent in the first half, but has turned it on significantly here in the second half.
Yeah, he just took a little while to get going. His teammates started to find him, and he certainly knows how to free his hands and shoot the ball.
So, as expected, the Crusaders are going to take their time here, starting the offense with the 2-goal lead. And Cam Collins with a great job on D, forces the ball back out to the top. Shot with, great hustle by Patarelli, but ends up losing the race in the end, and they'll say Crusader ball. I'm going to tell you what, Coach, if I ever become a lacrosse referee,
don't do it, because then I'll be a coach on the sideline and we'll have to yell at each other.
Just hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. If I ever become a lacrosse coach and the goalie hustles like that,
yeah.
Even if he didn't beat him, I'm giving it to the goalie.
Yeah. And that happens. A lot of times they get that call, especially at the youth level where I am.
If you make an attempt on the save and you get out of the cage and you sprint like that, in my book, you get the ball. I don't care who you are.
Hey, I'm not going to argue with you. Unless you give a call like that to Beverly, and we're playing Beverly, then you're going to hear it from me.
So the Tanners will have to stay on defense. Brady McClung trying to work it on offense, who does have a goal tonight. Crusaders, a little bit of a stumble. Scotty Turner all over, and we have a little bit of a scrum at the 40-yard line here. Referee will blow the whistle, separate the players, and based on the Tanners' reaction, we'll give the ball back to Fenwick. no idea why. But Alvarez Segui will start the possession on the near side at the 40-yard line.
Who's number 13? Turner?
Yeah.
They got Turner on a loose ball push. It was the right call. It was on top.
So the Crusaders, with 9:39 left in the fourth quarter, have a 2-goal lead and are in no rush to start this possession. Scotty Turner with the great stick check from behind. The Tanners, instead of picking it up, try and push it. And Fenwick will retain possession again. Unfortunate there, because the Tanners actually played pretty good D there.
Yeah,
they just didn't come up with the ball.
Defense by Turner. He's playing like he's down by 2 goals in the Danish Cup.
Yep.
You know?
So out on defense for the Tanners is number 4, who's not in my program. Cam Collins with the great steal.
4-3 fast break down to the corner. Salvati shoots and stopped by I forget the name.
William Gibbs.
Gibbs. Strong save by Gibbs.
Yep, that's his 8th save of the game.
Salvati's going to change his levels there. That was Salvati on the shot, right?
Yep. Yep. So good fast break opportunity. Oh, great check. Oh, Tanners can't come up with it. A great ride by them, which has been something that's been lacking the last couple of games. Great ride. They just, everything but coming up with the ball. So the Tanners will be back on defense again with about 8:09 left in the game. And Fenwick holding on so tightly to a 2-goal lead. Good poke check by Smith. Jake Weston turns the ball over momentarily. And again, the Tanners are caught sleeping. And luckily for them that the shot by Tyler Mullen was wide. And the Crusaders will keep possession. And another turnover. Vinny O'Hara will scoop it up across the 50-yard line. And Peabody turns it over again. Coach, I'm having a hard time keeping up with the turnovers.
Yeah, you know, we were saying all these same things in game 1 against Hamilton Wenham. Hey, man, look, Bencourt's a junior, right? Maddie?
Oh, I think Maddie's yep,
Is he a
yeah,
senior or
no,
junior?
might be a junior.
Yeah, Bencourt's a junior.
Savati's a junior.
Salvati's a junior. Kalu's a senior, but I think they just moved him down to attack very recently, right?
Yeah.
For that reason. Yeah, I mean, I wish they had a 3-year starter in attack that could really kind of grab the offense by the horns, no pun intended, Tanner fans, and just slow down the offense and give the team a chance to get into a set. They haven't gotten into a set because, you know, the ball's turned over before they have a chance.
Or shot.
Yeah.
So Gibbs with another save, his 9th of the game, which leads to another Crusader fast break and another Crusader turnover. So out of bounds, and Johnny Lucas will start the clear, who will give it to Patarelli, who will walk the ball up. Patarelli will hit the man coming in out of the box, which is Cam Collins. So about 6 minutes left in the game, and the Tanners down 2. I know we've preached patience here, but I think it's time to kind of rev things up a little bit.
Yeah, 6 minutes is plenty of time to cover a 2-goal deficit. You're pending, you get a couple of good looks. We've already dropped the ball once here, so let's see if we can hang on to it and get a decent shot.
So Cam Collins will collect himself there, make a move right, dish to Salvati, who will swing up top to Danny Barrett, who will hold and thread the needle and cannot connect on the pass. But Salvati will fire from the 30-yard line.
Right, that there is what Salvati brings to the table. The left-handed shot from range. I think if I'm these Peabody coaches, well, let's see this on the replay, and then I'll finish my thought. Yep, right inside. Tip. Good attempt by Gibbs. Just wasn't expecting it to hug that left pipe. But that's what.
So with 5:29 left in the game, the Tanners cut the Fenwick lead in half and trail 7-6 with a goal by Nick Salvati's second goal.
Flag down.
And we have a flag down with not a smart penalty there. Tanners just need to get possession for the whistle. And Fenwick will be man up with 5:12 to go for a minute. That was just an aggression. So Donnie Kavanaugh will commit the slash and we'll go off for a minute. So Tanners will go into their 2-3 zone and attempt to kill this penalty. This is a big moment in the game right here, Coach.
Yep, need to stop.
We get a stop here, and we got a chance. It's a little triangle offense by the Crusaders. With a give and go, look like between Marshall and Alvarez Segui. And Segui with fired the shot but wide. So, hits the pipe. Hits the pipe, comes out of bounds. Turner with the push. Yes, that's a good call.
You guys in the truck are to the left.
So the Tanners, in spite of the effort by Scotty Turner, do not come up with the ball.
Peabody's got to start to close out on these shots.
Little step behind here.
Yeah, I mean, Patarelli can save those, 8 times out of 10, but that doesn't mean that Peabody shouldn't contest them. They got to recognize where they are on the field. These shots are coming from 10 yards out.
So we have another flag down, which is going to be an offsides by the Tanners. So just killed a important penalty and immediately got another flag on an offside. So the Tanners will be forced to kill another. This, I believe, will be a 30-second offside penalty. And Crusaders are called with the Ward, but that Ward call is negated by the Tanners' offside penalty.
Yeah, Tanners are in a tough spot here, Matt. Down 2 men. They're in the 4-man box, which is a very easy way to score.
So
they just turned it over back to Peabody.
So for probably another 15 seconds, the Tanners will be 2 men down. No, we're 1 now. Johnny Lucas takes the outlet.
Great feed by Johnny Salvati. Oh, stopped by Gibbs. Great save by Gibbs.
Oh, tough bounce. Great play by Cam Collins, who just can't come up with it. Let's not get a silly penalty here. Yep. Push in the back.
Push. The ball's going to go back to Peabody. They should be down 1 man now, or still 2?
Nope. So it appears we're actually going to be at even strength very shortly.
Yeah, great play by Cam Collins.
Cam Collins with the goal.
5v5, knocked down a man, and just tied the game at 7.
So with 3:38 left in the game, Cam Collins brings the game even. Important play there, because that could have been disastrous for Peabody, because for a brief time they were 2 men down.
guys in the truck, we can hear you in our ear sets. I think you need to switch a button down there.
So, teams will set up for the face-off. Anthony Curcial will get himself ready for Peabody here. And
we'll be having fun, Coach Danish.
Woo! We have a false start by Fenwick, and Peabody will get possession. Nick Salvati will initiate the offense here. Peabody needs to get themselves substitution-wise squared away. Danny Barrett will take the flip. That always makes me nervous. By Matt Lindstrom and Danny Barrett.
Like the flip, Matt?
I do not like the flip.
I've never been a flip guy.
I don't like the flip in basketball. I don't like the flip in lacrosse. Danny Barrett loses the ball. Crusaders will bring the ball up the far sideline. A couple of swing moves. Actually, a couple of really good swing moves. Don't leave them. And a shot by Kevin Wood of Fenwick goes. That's a long pose dream right there, right? Kevin Wood with the shot wide. But Fenwick will retain possession and looks like we'll take a timeout. So with 2:47 remaining in the game, 7-7 tie at the Danish Cup. Fenwick with their second timeout of the second half, which could prove to be maybe important here. I don't know. We'll see. But certainly the physicality, the speed has stepped up a notch here. That's a save by Patarelli. I'm going to give that to him.
Wait, so Fenwick just took their last time out of the half?
Yep.
A little early to take that, don't you think?
Yeah,
The game's
well,
so tight.
I think they're probably looking at possessions are hard to get here and make the most of it. I don't know. I don't know. I will say, though, the play of both goalies has been outstanding. Patarelli.
Yeah, hats off to Gibbs, too, in addition to Patarelli. They both were great tonight. When you think about it, I mean, the score is 7-7. It's not exactly a laser show out here at Bishop Fenwick tonight.
So, as Coach mentioned, William Gibbs from Fenwick has 10 saves on the night, and Derek Patarelli for Peabody has 9 saves.
And kudos to you, Matt Smith, for being able to tally up these stats and do the announcing at the same time. Did you cook the hot dogs in the concession stand too?
I tried, but they wouldn't let me. They would have lost money. And some of these saves that both of these kids made have been outstanding. Outstanding. So out of the timeout, Fenwick will...
I mean, if you're Fenwick, Matt, you want the ball in Alvarez Segui's stick.
100%. 100%. He is slick. He's smooth. Use any adjective you want for lacrosse. He is the real deal. So out top is McClung, who will retain possession. Looked like he was going to pass it, but we'll keep it out up top. Previously mentioned Alvarez Segui is at X currently. Tanner's slide with Scott Patarelli, and we are going to get a flag there with hitting the helmet. So the Crusaders will be in a man-up position again with exactly 2 minutes left in the game. So,
what happened there?
So Scotty Turner with a hit to the helmet. We gotta give Scotty Turner a little bit of credit here. I know he's playing hurt, and I know
he wants it. You know, those things happen. It's just tough when it happens. 2 minutes left in the 7-7 game, right?
And I know it's a shoulder injury, and he's gotten it out here. So let's see.
If his teammates share his desire to win this game, then they'll step it up and make a stop here. Shot.
Patarelli with another great save from one knee. Scrum out in front, and Johnny Lucas comes out with the ball on the near side, being chased by 2 Fenwick players, and we have a timeout by Coach Scheidler. His first of the second half with 1:39 left in the game. Great timeout by Coach Scheidler. sort of Johnny Lucas was on the fast track to going out of bounds right there.
All right, so if you're Coach Adler, what are you going to here, Matt?
Well, I got to go to Matty Betancourt. I think he's earned it here. I don't know that he starts with the ball in his hands, but I like him at that X position. He's made a living there tonight.
Yeah, I like him at X too. I think he dodges hard. He dodges the score. I think that's kind of his thing. Playing from X and dodging and feeding inside. Salvati to me is the shooter, right? I mean, maybe get him on a mumbo, curling off for his left hand.
Yep.
So maybe that's where you go. Start with one and look for the other, right? Or you say, Cam Collins is a senior, right?
Correct. Correct.
Maybe you give it to Cam and say, maybe you give him a right-handed dodge or send a pick up to him and kind of let him have some say in the end of this game here.
Yep, so a few options here for Coach Tyler. Let's see what he draws up here. All of them good options. Certainly, Matty Betancourt has earned the right today to end the ball in his stick. Matty with 2 goals. Nick Salvati also with 2 goals tonight. Pretty even distribution by both teams in terms of scoring. So, ball will start near side, 30-yard line. Ball is in Cam Collins' stick.
You're going to double him?
Yeah, Tanners are still a man down after the hit to the head.
Key for Cam Collins here is just to not stop his feet. Just keep running until you find an open blue jersey.
So, this job given previously to Jack Holden and Colby Therian before him. Just run as fast as you can and run that clock out.
Well, we still need to score here.
We do.
Yeah.
So Matty Betancourt there with the shot.
Drew a flag, so they're gonna call Fenwick on a hold here. Long stick got up under Matty's arms and kept it there a little too long. Questionable call, but they gave it to him.
Well, I will give this near official credit. He's been consistent. He has not let things get out of hand.
You're right.
So Peabody with a crucial man-up situation here with a minute left, tied at 7. Salvati on the far side.
Shidler has the option to take a timeout here and set up something good.
Yep. Danny Barrett, Trot Smith, Cam Collins, Matty Betancourt. Oh, Matty. Great save. Come on, Danny.
Same thing they did the last time. They're not making Fenwick play any defense. They're going to get the ball down to the pipes and force Fenwick to turn around and play the skip passes. They're just simply making a pass back and forth. The defense doesn't even have to do anything.
So PB will take its second and final timeout of the half with 37 seconds to go in a tie ball game. Peabody, previous game Monday night in the rain, also was an overtime game with Peabody's victorious in overtime with overtime goal by Tyler Kalu. So hopefully we're not in that same situation tonight. Again, at the conclusion of tonight's game, former Peabody High coach Kevin Holden will award the Danish Cup to the winning team and MVP recipients for both teams. Coach,
MVP vote so far?
Well, I got to go with Gibbs for Fenwick in the goal. I don't think those goalies get enough recognition.
You're right.
So he's my vote for Fenwick.
You could really give both goalies the MVP tonight, and nobody in this stadium would be mad.
I would not be shocked if that was the case. And if it's not Patarelli, I got to go with Cam Collins. I know that Matty Betancourt has scored, and I know that Nick Salvati has a couple. But Cam Collins,
in terms of impact on the game, Collins has the
it's
edge.
both ends. He plays hard. You saw earlier, got a cross-check called on a kid that was significantly bigger than him.
Yeah, and for Fenwick, in addition to Gibbs, you're probably talking about, Alvarez Segui, who's probably even better than he played tonight, and or there's a great shot by somebody.
And Cam Collins with the great roll dodge, dish to Nick Salvati, who scores from the right hash mark. And Peabody takes a 1-goal lead with 23 seconds to go.
Stuck it right up in the corner at a
Yep.
tough angle. Good for Nick.
So
That was great.
Nick Salvati with his 3rd goal of the night. And I got to tell you, Coach, a lot of times Nick is the...
Say he was the shooter?
What's that? You did.
Yeah.
You did. And a lot of times Nick is the beneficiary of Cam Collins' efforts, and that's a perfect example right there.
Well, that's Lacrosse 101, right? The ball starts on the right with the right-handed midfielder, and then the shot shows opposite with the left-handed attackman in the opposite corner.
So an important face-off here for both teams. And possession will be not determined yet. Looks like Peabody will get possession. Anthony Curcial will roll out. Anthony, get rid of that ball, buddy. And he does. And a great play by Anthony Curcial to potentially seal this game right here. And they do. And the Tanners take a dramatic 8-7 win over the Bishop Fenwick Crusaders to retain the Danish Cup and remain unbeaten in the Danish Cup.
Yep. That's what this game's all about, right? Bragging rights for the city of Peabody.
So just a fantastic lacrosse game all the way around. Both teams played hard. Very impressed by the effort by both teams. Wasn't always clean, wasn't always sharp, but they both played hard. And the Tanners end up with the victory with a Nick Salvati goal with basically seconds on the clock. Hats off to both teams.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. The first quarter was really good. Some good basic, give and go, backdoor cutting lacrosse in the first quarter. The second and third quarters, I think both teams kind of reverted a little bit back to their turnover ways, and then the game ended strong with a really exciting fourth quarter. So it was great to be here tonight.
And hats off to Coach Seidler with that timeout and putting the ball in the right player's hands.
He gave him a chance, you're right.
Which is senior Cam Collins, who did what he should do as a senior and break down that defense and get the ball where it belongs.
When you're a high school lacrosse coach, you're going to ride your lead ponies, and in this case, to your point, Matt, Cam Collins, Nick Salvati, Matty Betancourt were right in the mix there to end the game.
So as we wait for the presentation of trophies, just a quick rundown on Bishop Fenwick side. Goals were scored by McClung, Weston, 2 for Joey Marshall, 2 for Alvarez Segui, 1 for Brine, and my vote for MVP, 7, 8, 9, 10 saves for William Gibbs. We'll see if I have any say. See if Coach Holden listens to me. And for Peabody, goals.
Who makes the selection, by the way? Do we know?
I believe Coach Holden does. Yep. And for Peabody, goals by Cam Collins, 2 for Matty Betancourt, 1 for Danny Barrett, 1 for Tyler Kalu, 3 for Nick Salvati, and unofficially 10 saves as well for Derek Patarelli. And I know I sound like a broken record here, but these two kids, Gibbs and Patarelli, didn't make your garden variety saves. It wasn't can of corn. They were on their knees. These two kids were impressive.
Yeah.
So both teams will line up at midfield for the presentation of awards, which will be given by Coach Kevin Holden. And the presentation of the Danish Cup, which will stay in Peabody's possession until next year's Danish Cup. I didn't want to jinx the Tanners, but they have won every Danish Cup since the inception of this tournament. Need a roster, Coach? So both teams lined up midfield. Coach Holden is there as well, normally explaining the origins of this. And again, shout out to Bob Danish, who Fenwick teacher, started the lacrosse program at Peabody High, who this tournament is named after, who I'm very jealous is in Florida right now. But I hear is making a trip north next week. So Coach Holden is at midfield with the trophies in hand. We are at this moment. Coach Holden is actually mic'd up, and we'll go to him and hear the presentation of the trophies.
He would have been very proud of both teams today. Hard fought. No one left anything. No one left anything on the sidelines. Pretty much penalty free, as far as I'm concerned, but hard fought and physical. You honored the game today, which was his biggest wish. Crosstown rivals, play hard between the whistles, shake hands after the whistle, and that's it. He would have been very proud of both teams today. You guys both represented yourselves very, very well, and he would have been most proud. Coach, you want to?
Yeah. So we have the cup. Obviously, we also have two MVPs, one for each team. So the MVP, Bishop Fenwick, goalie William Gibbs.
Coach, tell him to stay. And to go along with Bishop Fenwick's pick for the MVP, today we have goalie Derek Patarelli. Boy, Joe. There's no White Russian in there yet?
Oh, really?
Okay. For some of the newcomers here, a little story. The Danish Cup was started back in 2011. Bob Danish was a longtime and first coach of Peabody High School, but he also taught and coached here at Bishop Fenwick in his early teaching years. As I said before, he was a very big proponent of sportsmanship, and there's no better show of sportsmanship than a bitter, sweet crosstown rival. But played hard, played clean, is what he's always wanted. And this game has always been that way. And like I said previously, he would have been very proud of the way today's game was played. In honor of the Danish Cup every year, we have this trophy, which I would like to present to the Peabody High School Tanners. Coach, or captains. Nice job, man. There you go. Sure.
So, Coach Kevin Holden with the presentation of the MVP awards, and I guess I'm not as dumb as I look, Coach.
You called it.
Called it.
You
Both,
called it. Yep.
Both goalies fittingly winning the MVP of the Danish Cup. William Gibbs for Bishop Fenwick, and Derek Patarelli for the Tanners.
That was the right choice. Both well deserved.
100%.
You know, a couple of attackmen. Salvati had a nice game. Sigi had a nice game, but I don't think they did quite enough to really steal the MVPs from each of those two goalies.
I couldn't agree with you more. So great overall game. PB Tanners retained the Danish Cup, even out their record at 5-5, and just a great game overall. Coach, thanks for joining me. Hopefully we'll do this again.
Thanks for having me.
Guys on the camera in the truck, thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.